Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Daily weather forecast. Well, let's see. It was very hot here. Oh, horribly hot. And now in the evening tonight, it's going to be cold. In fact, they're having, I think it's called the PGA, Professional Golf, maybe Association. They're in a big tournament, maybe. I don't know. Here and in our area, and they were talking about that they may have to start I think it's the practice, whatever they do, later. Like, I guess they start around 6 a.m., but they start later because it's going to be frost. And I'm like, yes. I'm probably the only one saying yes. But I'm happy for the cooler weather. So I thought today I'd talk about some memories I remember I had with my mom and I. Okay, I paused a second there to remember something. I should write things down. I always having good intentions to write it down and then I don't. So I started thinking about some memories I had with my mom. After Mother's Day, kind of makes you sit back and reflect. And I started thinking about things that we did, or things that were going on in the world or such. So the first thing that came to mind was something that she taught me to make that she ate back in her day, where I don't know if there were just times of poverty, or yeah, I think it's times of poverty all around, and so certain things were very hard to get. So she and her two sisters and her best friend, they would meet at night and get these two ingredients, and they would make this thing that, I don't know if that was the name, but we called it Guggle Muggle. I'm probably going to do a short video on that, and this one I'm not going to say what's in it, but you'll see what Guggle Muggle is. Like I said, I don't know if it's really called that or we just named it that. Another thing we used to do that was like a treat, because like I said, when I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money, so things were, big treats like meat. And I remember we used to eat, I might have talked about this before. We had, when we got to get rye bread, it was some kind of sweet light rye bread. It was a big treat. And when we got it, we would put unsalted butter on it, butter that was hard out of the fridge, because we used to keep the butter out all the time. I remember my mom's husband used to get a big tub of butter, and it would always stay on the table. Nowadays, people don't do that, I guess, so I don't know why then it was okay and now it's not, but anyhow. So, the sweet light rye bread with the butter, and then, it sounds gross, I wouldn't recommend doing this, and then you get raw ground beef, and cut up onions and put it on top and put some salt on it. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. I just used to love it, but now the thought of eating raw ground beef turns my stomach. And of course, that would never be recommended. So again, why back then was it okay and it isn't now? Yet I remember, I can still remember the taste of it. It was so good. But now it's just, I can't believe I ate it. Then there were other memories of her husband used to have a penny jar. And my favorite soup back then was tomato rice. And again, we didn't have much money. So her husband had this penny jar or coin jar. I don't know. I think it was a penny jar. And so it's just a jar of, I don't know, whatever you ate. Back then people saved. When something comes in a jar, they would save it. People still do it today, but it seems like more back then. Again, being frugal. So he had some kind of jar of whatever she had bought, and he put a hole in the top, and that's where he put his I think it was a penny jar. So one day we wanted this can of tomato rice soup, my mom and I. And so she went to his penny jar and tipped it upside down and put a butter knife in there till she got enough money to get the tomato rice soup. And boy, was it delicious. I remember one time we were a penny short and we couldn't get it. It was terrible. I was so excited to get that soup, and nope, didn't have enough. And then back then, we had something called, I think it was called party lines. So I don't quite remember how all that worked, but it's where I think everyone shared, like, I don't know how many people or households would share the same line on the phone. So you might go to pick up the phone to make a call, and someone may be talking because they're on your line. They're making a party line, I assume. And I remember we would try to make a call, like my mom liked to call her sister in Canada. And every time she tried, there was someone talking. And then you try again, they're talking, the same person, hours on end. And then I think you could talk, like when they were talking, you could say, oh, how long will you be or you're getting off or something like that. But I don't think my mom ever said anything. She was just always laid back, nothing bothered her. But I think of that and look at where our life is now with cell phones. It's really a shame that, I don't know, I don't like all that kind of stuff. I like the simple life. But, we depend on our phones, and when mine was, shut off, I had everything in that phone, and I couldn't access anything, my whole life on a calendar in the phone. Oh, people's phone numbers, no address books. I remember I had an address book long ago. And, we've come a long way, haven't we? But it's just the simple things that I really enjoyed. Like looking forward to going to the grocery store every other Thursday. Oh, I couldn't wait to go, and because she got paid every 2 weeks, and that's when we went. And of course, back then, one bag of groceries didn't cost like $60, which it does nowadays. I wonder if there's a way to look up. Yeah, it probably is, like look up how much butter was. I wonder how much a tub of butter was. There was a lot of butter in there. I want to say it was, I don't know, maybe 16 or 32 ounces of butter. I don't know. But that big tub always was on the table, or else he'd take it out and put it in a butter dish. But he always liked to have the butter out on the table so it'd be soft. Like I said, nowadays they tell you to store the butter in the refrigerator. So things have changed. So these are just a few of my memories I had with my mom. So if you want to share some memories you had with your mom, or if your mom's still alive, what kind of things that just come to mind as fun things or things you look forward to? Comment below, let me know. I like to get to know my subscribers, so let me know. Or just things from, your past when you were younger and how it's different than today. I think the party line one really gets to me because you used to wait for days to use your own phone, and now everyone's like hooked to their cell phones. Their cell phones are always at their ear, they're always talking, or if they have the whatever you have where you, I don't know what you have. I don't have it. It's something it's in your ears. I remember before people had like a, I don't know what's in their ears, but something was in front of them, a microphone in front of their mouth. I don't know, I never had it, so but I just remember something like that. It's just people get more techie, and I can't stand that kind of stuff because I really don't understand it. But yep, it's a long way of from the simple days. And in the simple days we would play board games and spend time together. And nowadays people are just busy and rushing, and it's too bad. I'm a person of creature of habit. I don't like change. I like the good old days, like playing with pickup sticks, and that's the only thing that comes to mind. But things like that, simple things. But share some of your memories from your childhood. It doesn't have to be with your mother, just kind of memories or things that come to mind. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to subscribe. If you like it, press the like button. I hope you comment. I'd be interested to know about your childhoods. Be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. Be the reason someone smiles today. Thanks for watching.